Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass here, and welcome to Dr. Signal's Strange Machine, a game about a scientist talking to a dinosaur. This video is also a double feature, where I am playing two short narrative games from the same developer. Looks like we're in a very messy place. Hello there, person. You're the only one here. This world full of doors. Hello, Doctor. Clip told me that machine of yours is finally finished. What's it supposed to do, anyway? I don't know. You asking me? It's a cold start. I don't know what the machine does. Maybe it gives us hope. Be a hell of a machine if it did. Good morning, Doctor. You're up early? I have important sciencey things to do. Of course I'm up early. Have you read this book? It's about a caterpillar who is very hungry. At first I thought it childish drivel, but upon repeat readings, one discovers it's actually a complex meditation on the folly of man. Are we not all, in our own way, a very hungry caterpillar? No. I want to watch TV. Like, we don't have TVs anymore. Because TV rots your brain. Plus we stream things now. Clip is in the kitchen if you're looking for her. Do you ever feel claustrophobic from being in here all the time? Maybe I'll take a walk in the garden. Let's go in the garden. Hello, other person, also who's here? Sometimes I drink the tomato sauce when no one's looking. Don't tell anyone. Boy, you're crazy. Who does that? Good morning, Signal. Do you want something to eat? No? Alright. I'll bring you something later on then. I know you're excited that your machine is finally finished, but make sure you take care of yourself. Here's the key to the basement. I knew you'd forget to grab it, so I held on to it for you. Gotta wash my hands so I don't die of germs. So where is the basement? Accidentally initiate dialogue with you. There we go. Boy, we got some aesthetic stairs, don't we? Oh, the machine. Are we Jurassic Park? Good morning. Can you hear me? Who are you? I'm a scientist from the future. From the future? How strange. What's strange about it? You're so little. I always imagined the people of the future to be much bigger. I'm not little, I'm normal-sized. Yeah, it turns out if you're smaller, you kind of went out in evolution. It's just that you are very big. You're little to me. What do you want from me, little scientist from the future? Right. I'm going to ask you some questions. Is that okay? Very well, but be quick. I've got to be getting back soon. Getting back? I was having the most wonderful dream. I won't keep you long. I just wanted to know about the end of the world. The end of the world. The world never ended in my lifetime. Change, certainly. But it changes in everyone's lifetime. How did it change then? in a terrible way. One day, there was a great earthquake that made all the forests in the world burn away. There weren't very many of us left after that. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. I suppose it wasn't the end of the world, really, since the world is still here. But it was something like that. You lived through it then. For a time. It caught up with me eventually, as you can see. I guess my outcome was really boned. There's supposed to have been a meteor. Did you see it? What is a meteor? It's a giant rock that fell from the sky. Okay, so you understand the word tree but not meteor. Well, I suppose it must be translated to dinosaur speak, so it gets the concept of tree but not a meteor. From far away, it might look like a strange light. When it fell, there would have been a really loud sound. Then an earthquake, and the sky would have went dark. That last part might not have happened till later, though. I didn't see anything like that, but I remember the earthquake, and the dark that came after. It is scientists, it seems to me, that you know more about this than I do. Is this all you've called me here for? To have me tell you about things that you already know? No, that's not what I'm after. What I want to know is more. More. After the end, did you ever miss how things used to be? Of course. The world that I loved was gone. In its place was a wasteland. I knew that I wouldn't long survive it. Clearly I did not. But I had lived as well as I could in the time that I had. Perhaps that is enough. How did you keep going? Even though everything had changed so much. I had no choice. I didn't want to die, after all. And I had a family to look after. Oh. I'm feeling awfully tired, little scientist. I think I'm going to rest a while. Alright, that's enough for today. I'll talk to you again soon. What's in this room down here? It's getting darker. Oh, we're back in our room. It's just a time-lapse. So you're Clip, right? Because you have a different color sprite. Good morning, Signal. I was just tidying up a bit. I think the garden lady wanted to talk to you. It's probably nothing, but you should go see what she wants. Hi. I like your glasses. What are you doing in here? Just because you built the place doesn't mean you can barge into people's rooms whenever you want. I'm assuming the environment is like a meteor hit or something, some cataclysm hit. So that's why there's so many doors, because it's underground shelter. It's like Fallout. Could be anything. Maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll stay in bed today. So they're talking to the dinosaur to, like, get emotional comfort from something that went extinct. You ever get the feeling these chairs are too big? It's like God was in a hurry when they made this room. Or a video game developer. And I forgot to draw everything to scale. Or something. I wonder what kind of books that girl likes to read. Hell yeah, I fucking love postmodernism. I keep hearing something go past my window at night. You don't have ghosts here, right? Are you sure? Because if there's ghosts, I'll take my chances outside. So this is the garden. You can kind of see outside. It looks kind of like things are dead. So maybe it was nuclear war. This is just what I need. There's nothing like a bit of artificial sunlight to perk you right up. Doctor, good day. It's a treat to see you down here. Don't worry, I won't keep you long. The next crop is coming along swimmingly. The only problem is that, well, something's eaten some of the fruit. Not much of it, just a few nibbles here and there. But I thought I ought to let you know. We could possibly have mice in here, could we? Then again, it could just be one of the children. Sneaking in for a little snack, I suppose. Dear, dear. Incidentally, here's one of your keys to the basement. I caught one of the children playing with it. Do keep a closer eye on it from now on. So, okay. I keep wondering what this door is. That might be the exit. Good morning. Hello again, little scientist. You don't have to keep calling me that. My name is Signal. Is it now? I think I like my name better. Okay, suit yourself. Did you have more questions for me today? Just a few. Will you tell me about your family? No? That's alright then. We can talk about something else. No. I will tell you. It's only that there isn't much to tell. We were a herd of wanderers from all walks of life. Our group was overlarge of my kind. Secretly, this is a sequel to, what's that one cartoon movie? With the dinosaurs, and they're like trying to get back to their family. Land Before Time? That. But our number was a boon when it came time to hunt. If only you could have seen us back then. We brought down so much game that none among us, from the tiniest of babes to the elders whose teeth had grown too dull to hunt, ever went hungry. It was a wonderful time to be alive. But then, yes, then the change came. What happened after that? Half of us were able to find shelter during the disaster. The rest were not so lucky. I'm sorry. In any case, I was the most experienced hunter, so those who remained turned to me for guidance. You were their leader, in a sense. Was it difficult? Naturally. None could possibly be prepared for the situation we found ourselves in. I didn't know what to do any better than the rest, though I pretended otherwise. How did you know you were the right one for the job? That they weren't wrong for believing in you? I didn't. In fact, I was sure their faith in me had been misplaced. I led them astray more times than I care to remember. Every single mistake was unforgivable. But that's what it is to be a leader. What do you mean? Every choice comes with a price, even the simplest one. Our job is to bear the burden in that price. That's what the others are truly asking of us. Though, they seldom realize it. They need us to bear it so they don't have to. But what if I don't want to? I don't have it in me to bear it. I don't understand why it has to be me. Why couldn't it have been someone else? Ah, that's just it. It doesn't have to be you, does it? You could quit. Tell them you can't do it. Let them turn to someone else for guidance. If they love you, they'll understand. No, I can't do that. Why not? They need me. That's what makes you fit to be a leader most of all. Though, whether you're a good leader or a bad leader, only time will tell. I think that's all for today. Good night, little scientist. It is literally dinosaur therapy. So Clip is sleeping. I guess we're going in the middle of the night. Oh wait, this is open. What? Hey, what are you doing here? We have odd time for you to be up, isn't it, Doctor? At least I have an excuse since I'm on engine duty. I suppose you wanted the key to your lab, then. Here you go. Yeah. Okay, that looks like... So it's either just the water pumps, or it's also the oxygen. It's interesting how thematically, a new door gets locked further in, and then it gets unlocked. We're unlocking our heart. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Good morning. You look tired, little scientist. Haven't you slept since we last spoke? I'm fine. I don't need that much sleep. I have bigger things to worry about anyway. And what would those be? Nothing you need to concern yourself with. You've asked so much of me. Am I not allowed to ask some questions of you in return? You're right, that's only fair. What troubles you? Well, it's not that I haven't enjoyed talking to you, but I'm starting to think this whole thing has been a big waste of time. I wonder if I made a mistake bringing you here. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. It depends upon why you brought me here in the first place. I don't know. That's the thing. I thought I figured it out if I could talk to you. Maybe I wanted the impossible. I thought that somehow you'd have answers for things nobody has answers for. But you don't. Everything's just as bad as it was when I started. What am I supposed to do now? I thought if I just saved as many people as I could, then everything would work out alright. But it didn't. There's no future for them in the here or outside. Everything is gone forever and I'm so afraid. Please help me. Please. Just this once, give me an answer I can use. I need you to tell me what to do. I don't know. Of course you don't. You're just a big old pile of bones. You don't know anything. You know, you gotta consider something. They have the technology to talk to dinosaur bones. But they did not have the technology to save their planet. What was I thinking? But you might try looking up. What's that supposed to mean? In my time, there were creatures that could fly. Did you know that? It was quite something to watch them take to the air. Annoying, because they were as much as opry as anything else. And they were difficult to hunt. But beautiful, too. I almost wished that I could join them up there, drifting through the air. How beautiful the world must be from up so high. Then, when the change came, they all died. No surprise there. I told you before that I kept going because I had no choice. That wasn't entirely true. Even one as big and proud as me has had times when I thought about giving up. It would have been so easy to lay down and die. At those times, I would find myself looking up at the sky, thinking of the flyers. And then I would think, the skies are ours for the taking now. If only we could reach up and grasp them. It's too late for me. But perhaps my children, or their children, other children's children will be able to touch them someday. It's a silly thought. Yet when I imagined it, I found I could keep on walking a little while longer. No, it's not. It's not silly at all. Are you tired? I am very tired. I'm sorry for keeping you so long. You can go back now. I have a lot to think about. All right. Farewell, little scientist. I hope your life is yet filled with small joys. Good night. And thank you. The hallway didn't turn dark this time. So we're going outside? Oh. I guess it's a balcony? Or maybe it's just a viewing dome. Couldn't sleep. No, there's a lot on my mind. Oh. What are you thinking about right now? I miss when we could actually see the sky. Me too. Do you think there are other planets out there? Like this one? Like it used to be, I mean. I'm sure there are. I learned all about it in university. I didn't know you took astronomy. Oh, I didn't. I just binged Wikipedia instead of paying attention. That sounds more like you. Tell me about these planets. Well, we can't say for sure that they're like Earth. They're so far away they can't be observed directly. You know? But based on the things we can observe, like their proximity to their native sun, we can guess at what they might be like. They might have water on their surface like Earth does. They might even have life of their own. How long do you think it'd take to get to one? They're hundreds of light years away, so hundreds of thousands of years? Maybe millions. That's a long time. Yeah. I suppose we better get started as soon as possible. Okay, what are we starting? We're going to build a spaceship. Hey, a bird. Maybe that was the spirit of the T-Rex. Became a bird in the end. Kind of like Terranigma. So that's it for Dr. Signal's Strange Machine. We have one more other short game from this creator. They're more of like narrative, kind of visual novel adventure gamey things, more so than games. But you know, it's just simpler to call them games and like go into specifics like that. Hey everyone, this is Manly Baz here, and welcome to You and I on the Long, Long Drive. A short visual novel that's just about two people talking on the way to Pluto. Quite literally, that's what it's about. You're awake. Where are we? Neptune. You're kidding. Look outside. That's it. Why am I a radio box? What have you done to my body? Big Blue itself. Why didn't you wake me up when we were passing Saturn? I tried. You're out cold. Or as close as you can get to it, at least. How long? I don't know. Weeks? I know what you're gonna say, but I wanted to see it. You needed the rest. We still have a long way to go. Plus, I'm gonna need you to take over the navigation. Once we're past the equator, I'm getting tired. I can do it now if you like. No, it's okay. I can make it to the next rest stop at least. Okay. Are you upset? I was really hoping I could see it. That's all. You didn't miss much. It's actually pretty ugly up close. Oh. In fact, you might even say you're lucky you didn't get to see it. At least this way you get to keep the perfect picture you have of it in your head. Know what I mean? Sometimes you're better off that way. Seriously, why am I a radio? Is Pluto gonna be like that too? No, Pluto's beautiful. You're gonna love it. How can you be so sure? Trust me. You haven't lived until you've seen the way they've carved those cities out of the sides of the mountains. I guess it might not be enough time to look around when we get there, but we can go sightseeing after. After I'm done. Yeah. This thing isn't going to hurt, is it? I thought you couldn't feel pain. I could feel pain in the heart. It would be a bad time to find out that I could. It's never hurt for me. I'm sure it depends on what you get, though. Have you thought about it yet? Something organic like yours, perhaps. I love the way you move. You always look like you're just about to fall over. When you do that, are we ghosts in the shells? Maybe we're just plain old robots. What was it called? Walking? Right. You've got to be careful with organics. It takes a long time to learn how to move them. And there's so much maintenance. A little maintenance would be nice for a change. Just remember that you don't have to limit yourself to the conventional. They'll do anything you want. I know someone who requested hers to be made of spun glass. Why would anyone want such a thing? Because in the dark it could catch the slightest ray of light and transfigure it into a million tiny stars. But wouldn't it be easy to break? That's highly impractical. To you. I don't want one that's easy to break. I'd hate to need a replacement just after I'd gotten used to the first one. What's wrong with getting a replacement? It's a waste. I think that not taking advantage of the opportunity just because you're too attached to your first is a waste. How many have you had then? I've lost count. And you get a different one every time. No, always the same one, more or less. You have thought you'd be the type to change yours often. What can I say? I know I found something I like. What do you like about it? It's pretty. That's it. I like pretty things. You expected something more. It's also anime. Yes. I thought anyone who'd do something like this would have, well, a complex reason. You don't always need a big reason. Wanting something pretty to show off to other people is good enough. I'll need a better reason than that. There's no one for me to show off to. What about your... what were they? Family? Colleagues. Your colleagues, then. I don't suppose I'll ever see them again. Why am I a radio? We're only going to Pluto. It's not the end of the universe, babe. That's not it. Then what? I'm going to be different after all this is over, aren't I? Like a completely different person. Of course, isn't that the whole point? That's why I'm not going back. I mean... you probably won't recognize me not being a radio and all. Don't you ever feel like people only love a particular version of you? I never really thought about that before. It happens all the time. Everyone does it. As individuals, it's not possible for us to know every facet of someone else. We can only form our ideas of other people out of assumptions based on the parts that we're able to see. This means that the you that other people perceive could be based on the wrong assumptions. And if you do something that throws their perception into question, confronting them with a discrepancy between the idea of you and the way you actually are, they might not be able to love you anymore. So they love the radio part of you. So, you think that's how your colleagues would feel? They love me very much, but only a version of me that is no longer correct. The version of me they loved would never have done this. But you don't know that. It would have been the same for me if any of them had gone and done it before you came. I couldn't possibly understood back then. It's better not to go back. I get what I always wanted, and they get to hold on to the version of me that they know. That's not fair. No. You don't know that they won't like it. You never gave them a chance. I can't take that risk. You're already planning on running away and never seeing them again, so you have nothing to lose, right? You don't get it. I have everything to lose. Why? Because I'm not sure I could go on living, knowing they didn't love me anymore. Say. Yes. Why do you want to see Saren so badly anyway? I don't have a good reason. Like I said before, you don't always need a big reason. Any reason is good enough. Well, the truth is, it began with an anomaly. An anomaly? I was given a picture of it. It was an old and primitive picture. So primitive, in fact, that I couldn't tell what it was. An anomaly. That was a big problem for me. It was my job to catalog everything I was given. But how could I catalog it if I didn't know what it was? I asked my colleagues if any of them knew, and they didn't. Then I asked my colleagues' colleagues, and they didn't know either. Finally, after querying hundreds of other departments, I received an answer. That is Saturn, the sixth planet in the solar system. I realized then that it must have been filed with my department by mistake. It was completely irrelevant to our area of operation. I had to have reported the error and carried on with my job, but I still had questions. What was the planet? What was the solar system? Why did it look like that? What was it made of? I'd only meant to ask a few more things, but the more I learned, the more questions I had. I kept asking, and before I knew it, it'd been years and I met you. And now you want to know what it looks like up close. That's right. It's going to be completely different from the way it looked in your picture. You realize that, right? Yes. The planet's made almost entirely of gas. The rings are just a bunch of rocks and space dust. Well, it's disappointing. I want to know what it's really like, even... No. Especially if it's not like I thought it was going to be. Why? Because I love it so much that I don't care how different it is from what I expected. Why don't we go back after we're done then? You'd come with me. Of course. I don't know. You'll regret it if you don't. What happens if I do and I still regret it? I'll still be here. What do you say? Yes. Okay, I'll go back. To Saturn. And to Earth. That's my girl. Oh, so they get a new body. Huh. almost look matching. So that's it for Long Drive and the previous game, which we just played earlier, which was the Talk to T-Rex Simulator. So both games from the same developer. I played another game from this developer that was called Red Trees. These two I noticed both had a semi-heartwarming philosophical message. So the T-Rex one is, at the end of the day, the T-Rex one is about hope and just living. You know, you talk to the T-Rex, guy talks to you about life and everything, and simple game. You know, there's nothing really going on. Like I said, it's not really a game. They're more visual novels, but the message is good. You know, it was such a unique. I don't know how you talk to bones, but it was a unique idea with an overall kind of nice message and good dialogue. Actually, the dialogue was actually pretty decently written. Long Drive was similar, where it's just a couple of screens, basically a visual novel. Also, I actually thought it had pretty good writing and dialogue, and had a different message of little radio person wants to be humanoid now, and they're scared, like I said, of what people like in them per se. So, like I said, I don't want to go back. You know, I don't want to find out or confirm that they only like one part of me or something. But they want to go and see Saturn because in their inner philosophy, that's how they would have liked to have been seen. Where if they see Saturn and Saturn's disappointing, it doesn't matter to them that Saturn's still beautiful. So they're hoping in their heart that that's the case for their new body. And when they go back to these, I'm assuming other radio people or robots, they'll be like, oh man, nice body. So, two games, well, visual novels once again, that calm the soul a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching me play these two games. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.